Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game one of a best of two between Frostbite and JTD. One of the final weeks of season matches. Should be going. Everyone playing for a playoff spot. With me is my co-caster, 006.
Excited to be here. Excited to see this. Got to watch JTD play last time I casted, so it'll be good to see him in a second matchup. Excited.
Radiant's turn to bat.
Yeah, Frostbite been kind of a hot streak lately. Doing pretty well against most of the last few teams they've been playing against. But they seem to be running very mid lane eccentric lineups where they play roaming heroes and they move to the mid lane early. Won't be surprised to see some of that this game.
I noticed the bans are coming out, Morphling and Shadow Shaman, which I know are two comfort heroes for some of the players on JTD. So it looks like they've done their homework. Gyro too, also a comfort hero.
Looks like we got two stand-ins on the side of JTD and one on the side of Frostbite. JTD been running with stand-ins a lot lately, so nothing they can't handle.
Nothing they're not used to. What do you think of JTD's bans? Give away anything you think for their lineup?
I know that Kunko is targeted towards was one of their players. Not sure about the Viper.
Already dipping into reserve time here for early bans, so a lot of thought going into this. I guess picking between two heroes or AA is picked, so it's potentially either a comfort pick or looking to drive a hero with high regen, alchemist, and in many of the heroes that benefit or would be harmed by the AA.
Yeah, you see JTD banning out a lot of team fight as well. So I don't really know what the playstyle that they play. Usually they mix it up a lot, but usually team fight centric lineups have been pretty successful in this league. So we'll see they roll with. Over Magi, great first pick. Doesn't up your lanes. Doesn't really influence the other team's picks as much. Also great pairing with some of the physical carries that have been good this patch, like TB, Gyro, PO.
Yeah, anybody who's going to be heavily farmed and can always benefit from 100,000 extra attack speed.
Usually, if you're going to pick up an ogre, I don't really understand why you'd ban out the Gyro or the Morphling. Obviously, I know that JTD plays them, but one of those heroes is definitely great to pair up with ogre.
Likely, they've got an idea of who they want to be the pairing. I would suspect a Jug, maybe.
I'll put my money on Luna. Sand King, great opener as well. Versatile pick, you can throw it in the 3 or the 4. Also a good team fight. And the pulses help with the attack speed of the physical carry that'll be coming out on the side of Frostbite, so.
It would be a little tough to play it against an Ogre Magi, just get run down. It'll be interesting. It would be a tough offlane to pull off, because as long as the equilibrium's kept at the enemy tower, it's not literally a hero that can get solo kill potential early on against an Ogre Magi. Just too much armor and too much, just too strong too early.
Yep. So Sand King, it's also great pairing with Ancient Apparition, but they banned it out themselves. So it looks like it'll be paired up with Jakiro, another reliable stun. But this does reveal the support duo for JTD, unless they're trying to fool them with the Sand King. But most likely this will be a 4 Sand King.
Makes sense. You don't see a whole lot of teams run Sand King, at least at the pro meta. I feel like he's more of a 4 pick than a 3 pick these days. He's just too reliant on, he's just too easy to shut down. And really only good against heavy or a melee core who you can basically zone out with Caustic. So Rubik being picked up, it'll be thrown in the 4 for sure. So this reveals their support duo as well. Rubik just kind of a good pick against this team fight.
10 seconds.
Base lineup on the side of JTD. Sand King stun is one of the best spells you can steal as Rubik.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, all of the looks like, I mean, he already has a good set of spells to steal. It's only been 2 heroes that have been revealed. They banned Tinker here. Maybe I don't know, fear of being having their push end early or fear of map
10
control.
seconds remain.
So I think it's another comfort pick that Frostbite likes to pick up.
5
But
seconds.
Tinker, after all these nerfs over the patches, honestly, is not that great. But maybe a sniper would be a nice ban for JTT as well. Just someone with deep push in the mid lane to stop this Jakiro from just running them over.
I personally would ban it. Maybe I know that people say the hero is not very strong, but I would want to probably ban out a hero like Bristleback or a hero that can potentially an offlaner who's going to be able to survive this support combo. So your Tide Hunters, your Bristlebacks, who are going to make their lanes very tough.
It is Dire's ban.
Omni Knight being one of those, a strong hero.
Frostbite targeting their bans mostly towards Host Arena, the stand-in. So they're trying to push him out of his comfort zone so they can play their game.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
I'm also starting to wonder they're banning out so many of these, carries that would be really good with the Ogre Magi. Who are they focused on? Who's their ace of this league? Because there's only so many left.
Yeah, they're really limiting the pool here.
Now you said that Frostbite has been doing they run off meta mids. Is there potential that one of these two heroes is going to be their mid?
10
Don't think so. I mean, the only thing I could think of is Rubik mid.
I saw Arteezy play that yesterday.
Yeah, it's not that great.
No, it is not.
He may make it look good, but it's really not that great. So, reserve time almost cut in half here for JTD. We'll probably be looking to pick up their offlaner here with another team fight stun, I would assume. So like Tide Hunter, Brewmaster, Batrider. So here's the Tide Hunter.
Good call. Also a good spell to steal though, if you can get it, if you can time it appropriately. That being said, that's going to be a very. I'm no professional, but I feel like that's kind of a pretty easy matchup. Yeah, it's pretty easy matchup.
So I think this kind of just solidifies them picking Luna for the side of Frostbite. They need a ranged core that can benefit from Bloodlust. That's physical. So there you go. Luna's the best option. They could also rotate into more of a Drow lineup, but usually that's fallen out of favor.
Luna can be, I feel like, pretty. With certain levels, if you go kind of the Battle Tide with Phase Boots, Drums, Soul Ring, you can run a Luna down early and kill them with a level and Gush and then Anchor Smash, and hero just comes online very fast, and a Luna is going to need a little more space than what a Tide can provide.
Bristleback picked up. They noticed Viper Band in the first phase, so they can get away with a Bristle. Picking at third is very bold because it leaves both cores. You can kind of pick around the Bristleback pretty easily. Just get a Silver Edge Carrier in the one. I don't know. He's just really not that strong of a laner or strong of a presence if you shut him down with the supports. So I don't know.
Yeah, as long as the only way if he gets if he creep skips here and he gets level 2, early level 2, he can be a nightmare. But if you have a core or a carry who's going to keep the lane where it is, it's going to be very easy to shut him down. But it seems like based off the last theme or the last match I watched, equilibrium is not necessarily something that is always maintained in this level of play, and that's not to say talk negatively. That's something that I think is just the truth of the matter, and I think that a Bristleback can get out of hand very fast in those kind of situations.
So JTD dipping in, 20 seconds remaining.
They're gonna have to pick fast here.
Most likely gonna pick the one here. Razor, another versatile pick. The reason I said they should pick their one here so they can they don't have the opportunity, Frostbite, to ban another core. Because it's kind of been the trend of their whole ban system. But right. Razor picked up, good against Bristleback in lane. Also could deal with the Ogre and the Rubik pretty easily. Just run them down. They don't have too much lockdown.
Very true. We'll see what Frostbite's response is. I'm very curious to see what carry they pick up. You keep saying Luna, but I'm not totally sold on that idea. But what do I know?
I don't know, man. I just hope they whip out something fun. About a Meepo, man. It doesn't matter. They're all AoE on JTD.
Monkey King.
There we go, Monkey King.
King, interesting choice.
That's probably the one. Go for a little Battle Fury action on MK. Kind of a best of both worlds. A melee, but really is ranged.
10 seconds.
Very true. Potentially able to. I mean, again, also offers a lot of kill potential with the two supports against the Tidehunter. Usually, what happens is if you pick a core who doesn't have a stun or a disable early against a strong offlaner, you can sometimes end up just feeding him kills or messing up the lane, so he just gets free levels. But with Monkey King and a stun and a slow, it's the Tide is much more threatened here.
So there's the sniper ban. Definitely prominent against the push. OD banned out, so that kind of hints towards something like an Invoker, Ember Spirit, anything that gets harassed early. But we'll find out. They do have 1 minute left of reserve time, so they have quite a little bit to think about it. So,
Well, it doesn't look like they've made a decision yet. And oh, there we go. Never mind. A Medusa. It benefits heavily from Ogre Magi's, bloodlust, and then they've got a set of other 4 heroes who can definitely make space for that hero to farm. So good pick, I think.
yeah, it kind of solidifies their late game. But I still worry for them in the mid to early game. You know, I feel like they don't really have that much catch in terms of a Bristleback in your 3, Monkey King as your 2-1. So Medusa is really the carry here, so they'll probably throw her mid.
Monkey King also with 0 armor, 0 base armor, and a gush will bring that down even more and make him a very, very squishy monkey. That can lead to a lot of early deaths. If this hero doesn't snowball or gets put behind, sometimes it can be hard to come online. I'll be interested to see how they itemize for him, if he'll focus on making space or farming. And a Slark comes out. Interesting choice.
So this kind of proves that Razor is not going to be laning against Bristle, which is a good lane. I don't really understand picking up a Slark here, who also struggles against Medusa in late game. And he's he's really not that great against Monkey King. They're kind of addressing the Bristleback with this pick.
5 seconds.
So I don't really agree with countering the offlane. Really isn't that big of a deal when you have a Medusa on the other side.
Additionally, the Slark early is a very weak laner early. And, will likely be delayed in his timings based off of the fact that he'll be laning into Bristleback unless they can somehow land a leash, stun, ice path, or other combos to keep the Bristleback from getting any levels. We'll see.
All about communication in terms of JTD's lineup, but Frostbite, they can really relax and just let this Medusa take over in the late game. So in terms of drafts, I love JTDs before the Slark, so I'm just going to have to go with Frostbite.
I think I'm also going to give the edge to Frostbite, but I will depend on the laning phase. If they can snowball on JTD, I could see this game going their way. That being said, snowball does not mean you cannot throw your advantage away, so we'll see.
Here we go.
Now we can see here that they've got a level 2 Rubric, so an expert in the hero.
Yeah, watch out, boys.
Played at least 4 games and maybe finished a quest or 2.
Right. Hopping in the game here on the side of, what is this, Frostbite here on the Dire. Happy running the Medusa, Shogun on the Monkey King, Gordon Hayward living it up on Bristleback, Soldier on the Ogre, and Fading Star, finally but not least, but on the Rubric.
And then on the Radiant side, we got Off playing the Slark. We've got Host Arena going mid with the Razor. The Tidehunter, level 1 Tidehunter, we've got Briggy Ninja supporting G2A, sponsor most likely. Magic Trick on the Jakiro, and we've got MG, the stand-in on the Sand King. And it looks like we're underway. Both teams splitting up the map, both mids blocking, so we probably will not see a level 1 invade. Maybe they're waiting, who knows. Words on both the supports, they're not going to try and block a camp on the offline side here. Heavy Mango, hungry Ogre Magi here.
Yeah, dude's got hella regen though. 10.2.
He'll never
Well,
go back
anyway.
to fountain.
We'll see how it plays out. I don't really understand picking up that many mangoes when you're just going against the Tide Hunter. It's not like he doesn't offer that much harass.
The crucible of greatness.
We're gonna invade here.
I'll take that.
So quick fingers for Soldier on the Ogre. Picks up the bounty.
This'll come in.
And it looks like we'll just go for 2 for 2. So laning for the side of the Dire, Medusa, running mid lane. Just makes the most sense. Top lane looks like we'll have tri-lane with Ogre, Rubik, and Monkey King. Going to farming Monkey King. So lately I've been seeing a lot of Battle Furies on Monkey King. Just because the item is so cheap. And it looks like we'll have a tri-lane in the bot lane as well.
Good block there by MG to make sure that the wave ended up in the right spot and the range creep did not get denied. Early aggression on the Tide Hunter here. We'll see what happens. Body block trying.
Tide's taking a ton of damage. Like you said in the draft, this Ogre is just going to be a bully in this lane.
Not gonna be able to get very much experience here, and the wave actually not going in the favor. He's got 2 range creeps here, so that will be pushing into the Dire side. Tide is gonna be in trouble for most of this lane. Not off to a good start.
Yeah, I would like to see him pull or something, do something. Being static as a Tide Hunter is definitely feels bad, man.
This Bristleback are level 2. This is already, I think, this lane is already lost. If I'm my expert opinion, I do believe that this is gonna go the way of the Bristleback.
Yeah, they actually tried to deny some of the range creeps, and they messed it up. So, the first wave.
This Rubik is just full regen, got clarities here. This is not looking good. Mid lane, go with the last hit denies. Ooh, Slark's doing okay.
This is the most boring lane I've ever looked at. Like, I remember I've played this lane before in the Silent Razor. This lane sucks. You just see a Mystic Snake come out every 20 seconds. You link her, and then it's just rinse and repeat.
This Bristleback gonna die here. Oh wow, well played. Lots of stacks going up, but the wave is still pushing in. Tide Hunter is gonna just sneak past here. Might try and get a level 2 here. B.
Yeah, looks like the support's caught on to him.
A late pull there, almost.
Ooh.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
Friggy, did he get spotted? No, I'm just chilling up here.
Pay no attention.
Oh, they know.
Saw him again. He's back up there. He really.
He needs a TP right now.
I don't think he's gonna try and survive. Nope, that was a bad TP. He's gonna get lifted here. Oh no! Wow. Okay, I was wrong. Very wrong there. Bristleback level 2. It looks like that kill made a big difference. Probably a misplay. Shouldn't have gone for the rune there. I felt like he was too strong. But he's got plenty of regen. Probably should use some of it. Razor. Plenty of damage here.
I mean, look at the last hits right now. Monkey King sitting 17 and 13 at 3 minutes. This is just really sad.
Lark 19 and 7 on the flip side of that. Less than eyes, but still. This Tide is not having a fun time here. Pink is pinging out. Probably asking for stacks. Ooh, Sereno getting hit by a very big Mystic Snake there. Level 3.
I'm telling you, this lane is not fun. It's not fun. Do we see any stacks coming out for either side, though? I don't. We do see a double stack here for the Radiant.
Ogre Magi with his 5 mangoes trying to make a stack play of some kind. Back is looking to stack here as well for himself or for the Medusa. I do not know.
Yeah, MG stacking bot. So both teams are definitely want their stats taken here. Medusa on the side of the Dire, and then Tide and Sand King. Good catch up. So
both safe laners keeping the equilibrium in a good place. I eat my words about having trouble in this skill bracket, but they both seem to be showing off here.
I mean, I just really feel bad for this Tide. He's not even level 2, 0 and 0 in terms of CS.
Yeah, it's been he's got a wand here.
This is a struggle.
Ogre Magic TPing out. There's Ogre going bottom here. They're gonna try and make space. If this works, it will pay off in a big way. Slow the Slark down, but Tide's gonna try and use this to his own advantage and maybe get some levels.
This is the right play for sure.
Really should man up on this Rubik here. Maybe get some hits instead of letting him get full.
Lane looks like we had a rotation come in, but MG wasn't smoked up and catch up to the Medusa, so failed attempts. Looks like two double TPs in the bot lane, maybe looking to get aggressive on this bristle.
Maybe they showed mid, now they'll try and make a difference here bottom. If the Slark were able to land maybe get a leash here, but it looks like he's just going to focus on farming. Stun, leash, guaranteed leash there.
3 stacks already on Slark though, this might be...
Yeah, I think this is going to turn out badly for them.
This is sketchy. MG committed for the kill on Ogre.
Ogre eats the mango, able to...
First blood. He's got to be careful, 4 stacks still on Slark.
He's going to come back. Sal, this could be a big play here. Oh, we should kind of maybe try to get another...
I don't know, man. In terms of getting that kill, I just don't think that's worth it for the Radiant. Look how low they are.
Yeah.
There's so many resources committed for a level 3 bristleback to just pound into you.
Value shrine, but he's going to get plenty of levels and experience here. Tide is happy to see the creep wave finally get to his tower, but he's still at risk here.
But he's still 0-0.
Don't think so.
This Monkey King has got a very good animation. I got to give it to him. I mean, the hero's got a lot of range, good animation. It's going to be tough to get less hits.
Mine.
Selfish.
Lanes in terms of level, looks like Host taking a little level advantage over the Medusa. But in terms of CS, Medusa is not far behind.
Monkey King is very far ahead. It looks like he's got something flying out on his courier. Looks like he's going to have an Aquila and a set of phase boots. It's going to be a big power spike for him. I suspect they'll probably maybe try and dive this Tidehunter soon. Dual lane, I think, is a good idea now that the top is secured, and so they can basically now
maybe even move the Rubik down here too.
maybe.
But looks like a leash onto a bristle, taking a lot of damage. Stun comes out and kill picked up for MG.
Maybe a double kill, I believe.
They gotta move the Rubik down here for sure.
Yeah, looks
What
like
might
they're
even
gonna-
be the play is to go aggro real quick and swap the lanes. Put Monkey King down here.
Yeah. Looks like maybe the advantage.
Bristle can deal with the tide for sure.
Worth and this. Put Monkey King 4 stacks, life leech there. Opting for the balance strike mastery, skipping the ult at level 6 makes sense.
Something to point out is we do have a ton of stacks in terms of Frostbite. Looks like we got a double here, double on the Ancients, another double on the
You're
large.
not
So
getting what you came for.
Just gonna accelerate very quickly here, I imagine. Then,
yeah,
what is their timing? Do you think? Do you think they wait for the Slark to get a Shadow Blade and they look to go aggressive, or it feels like
usually you pick up treads, go Shadow Blade, and then move into the enemy jungle, ward up their jungle, take their tier 1, and
right
just
now
move from there.
just feels like I don't know. It feels like Frostbite have a game plan: make stacks, get the Medusa fat, pressure lanes, and it just kind of feels like Radiant is having their game kind of dictated by.
Yeah, I feel like they're playing more of a reactive game.
They've abandoned this Slark, left him alone. Monkey King is going to have no problem getting out here, I think.
Yep, doesn't get clipped.
Slow. Done short on the Monkey King, too low level. Going to TP bottom. Slark's getting dived here. Good call out to say that got 3 here. Maybe even kill the Slark. But looks like they missed their stun or
Ooh, TP cancelled actually.
Fish out
then
over
Kiro
here.
die here.
And not a word between them.
Kill the Sand King.
Here comes the Ranger though. This could be big.
Double
Great
stun
stun.
by MG. Well played. Will die, but it will be not in vain as this. I think this host arena. Yep, double kill.
To the narrow.
So 3 for 3, 3 for 4 actually.
Monkey King.
Regicide?
Trade
Monkey King
the
actually
timer for the
just-
Monkey King here.
Yeah, the Jakir was actually just TPing right from his face in the bot lane. He throws out the Boundless Strike and just picks up a double kill. This will definitely accelerate him towards his Battle Fury. So in terms of bot lane, this is kind of the type of situation you thrive under as a bristleback. You know, just constant chaos in your lane.
Yeah.
So I don't really think they're too upset with that trade earlier.
I don't think so either. Just TP in, keep going. Looks like he's gonna walk back over here. Maybe look to stack as the timer comes in. Looks like the Medusa's getting plenty of kills back here. I'll have our Mask of Madness soon. Slark being chased down here. Level 6 though. We'll heal right up, no problems. I do like to see Slarks pick up a 1 or 2 sentries because they're, you know, immediately able to deboard and get free gold and free experience off those, and it's, you know, much more efficient than pinging it out and saying support there's a ward around here somewhere. I just think there's a lot of value in that experience early. Kill the vision. Like right now, you should see here that he'll lose his stack. He should immediately know that there's a ward here and ping it out, let his teammates know.
Doesn't look like anything like that came out in terms of communication.
Gold for me.
I don't think so. I know that a lot of Slark spammers will, much like supports watch the minimap, most of the time Slark spammers will always watch their debuff to keep an eye on that. Looks like he will TP out and the Ogre will live. This is because of that armor. Tanky boy.
Yeah, that was just questionable play for the Jakir. He threw out all his spells, like all his damage spells, and then threw out the Ice Path afterwards.
Yeah, I mean,
so he actually just escaped there.
Very easily could have lived. No tread switching happening on the Slark. Would be very beneficial. The tread switch to int when you cast and strength when the debuff happens, and then take less damage and spend less mana. Very efficient way to use that spell.
Yeah, so going back to the last hit chart, it looks like Monkey King Medusa had taken quite the lead over the Radiant. You know, last time we checked, Slark and Monkey King were hand in hand, but all this chaos in his lane, Slark's really slowing down here.
For sure. Looks like they've done what you said, minus the switching the lanes completely. The Bristleback and the 2 supports are down here. Monkey King by himself, just free farming away, is going to go Battle Fury, so and it looks like he'll probably hit that time around the 14-minute mark, depending on whether or not he gets a kill anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, this Tide is just forced out of lane completely. He only comes when it's under his tower, but even then, look how much damage he's taking from these right clicks.
I think he's gonna die here, actually, yeah, for sure. Oh, misses the stun. Maybe we'll live. Potentially in trouble here, but Monkey King will just walk away. Hero is very good at doing this.
His top tower
Bro,
is under attack.
come on, man.
He will come back here, maybe looking to do some damage. Ooh.
Yeah, but the two TPs that came out in terms of Radiant will allow them to push bot lane.
This will be a death though.
In trouble.
500 used. Smart play, I think. Just guaranteeing the kill, some experience for everybody. Monkey King is now gonna. It's a lot of farm he's missing right now.
There is little hope for
Definitely,
Radiant's
probably the
middle
biggest kill they could have picked up, but Monkey King being a little too aggressive. Looks like Jakiro kind of in the same situation here, being closed in by 3 heroes. The Dire, and it just goes down. So,
That pinned your eyes open, didn't it?
I feel like the Slark should potentially abandon lane at this point. He's just not going to be very happy to be here.
let's say the same thing.
Radiant's
Go
bottom
farm
tower
elsewhere.
is under attack.
He is very far from his Shadow Blade, which means he's very far from being active. Up there, he pings at the ward.
I mean, is the sentry going to come out in time, though?
Right, it might. It's got 46 seconds left. I don't think so.
Sentry not purchased by anyone yet. Jakiro actually has it in the quick buy, but not enough gold, so he's going to wait for it. Then the ward's going to do...
It will actually be gone by the time it comes out, yeah.
Yeah, that's shitty. Yeah, MG doesn't have one, so... free
Back
gold.
up top. Monkey King has 50 denies and 86 last hits. That is a... if you think about that in terms of experience, he has an additional, 12 and a half creeps. That's almost 3 waves of experience. That's a big difference. You should always remember that. It's like, anybody who's watching, always remember that adds up. He's level what? What's the level chart look like right now?
Selfish.
Your level. He's 11, and he's had 2 supports in his lane, almost as much as the Slark has had. And he's 3 levels higher than the Slark.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of bot lane, looks like MG channeling up Epicenter on this Bristleback, but tons of stacks being thrown out, and he actually has the Hood of Defiance, which is keeping him alive here. And they're taking so much damage from these stacks. Will he get another one out? He does. Double kill for him, and triple kill.
And that's what I'm talking about. Once this hero gets levels, he's just a maniac. And the TP in here from the Razor steals some damage. Only 28 though. He'll chase down the Razor.
Might just dive this Ogre here. He's gotta be careful though. This Monkey King is not someone to mess around with. And he only has 28 stolen, so...
Yeah. Damage is being a little bit slowed here.
Looks like he gets creep blocked there. But bot lane, I mean, Bristleback itemizing in terms of his lane situation. He saw the lane is chaotic, so he picks up a hood. And that's the reason why they picked up those kills down there.
And he will be a menace. He's not necessarily going to pressure this tower till it's, completely or kill it fast, but he has basically made this lane not livable for the Slark unless they bring 4 heroes. And you know what happens when they kill him? He's just going to TP right back down here and do it again. So he is, he's making as much space as I think any kind of offlaner can make. And we'll see how the Slark again, he's just got his Claymore and the Monkey King. Does he have his Battlefield?
Excellent.
Yep, just finished it. 15 minutes.
That's not too shabby.
Yeah.
I mean, but look at mid lane. They're now giving Tide mid lane just because he's so far behind.
Here's the net worth. Jesus, there we go. Clearly a professional observer here I am.
Yeah, that's why.
And then I think Host Arena goes down here. Oh, maybe gets a kill. Oh, well done. His ult proccing off, has 120 damage, really strong here. Might be able to kill the Ogre Magi. 1 click, 2 click. Yep, Host Arena making space, getting things done. Actually the highest net worth player on the board right now. Not by a lot, but by enough to make a difference. He just has to hope that his Slark picks up the pace and benefits from all this space. Would probably benefit from putting his Claymore into maybe a TP spot or the Magic Wand spot for damage. Again, also tread switching to be more efficient.
Top lane looks like, ooh, nice lift coming out from Rubik. Actually puts a Razor on the low ground. But looks like that's gonna happen up here. MG actually taking the stack that Monkey King made for himself, the triple stack.
That's good for him. He'll have wants a Blink Dagger badly here. They're gonna convene though. I think that this it's gonna be a little scary.
Yeah, they might punish MG here. That's a little greedy.
Yeah.
Greedy going for that last one. And this actually might be bad for the Razor as well too. Do they have any slows? They do not.
Well played by MG to stun outside and get away there. Well played. Surprised both of them lived, although now they're both very low. Is the shrine up? 18 seconds.
Yeah, Rubik actually stealing Sandstorm instead of stealing the stun there, and I think that really made the difference between them getting the kill or not.
Pipe out on the Bristleback, again, gonna make them strong, or
so that's ridiculously fast. Pulling a pipe this early just completely negates the Tide Hunter.
Monkey King just farming these stacks, very good.
I mean, just look at JTD's lineup. They are just all magical right now. They have no physical damage besides the Razor. So this pipe's really going to be a big deal.
Yeah, they're I'm curious, right? What's the next move here? Is it going to be? Oh, looks like pipe pops, damage taken. Well, lots of damage for the Razor.
Razor going from more of a right-click build. It looks like not really a utility. Sage and Y.
Dudes will come down bottom. Farm this. Likely try and push it out. Clark has a Shadow Blade online. We'll look to start getting kills here.
Diving top.
And the pound. Good kill.
Monkey Shogun actually might be walking into his death here. Doesn't get the leap away.
Oh, good
Great stun. Hits on all 3 though. Here comes the Ravage.
Good kill. Good turnaround. Deuce pops ult. They'll just run away though. I think this is going to be an issue. If they don't have their players or their heroes that have catch up, once the Medusa pops her ult, and she's going to be food.
Yeah, this is looking really bad for Frostbite here. They're just all going in one by one and not really getting anything done. Slark has to be careful though. 5 stacks on him. Can't dive anymore.
I mean, MG might die here. Big issue, the Ogre Magi did not have a TP on him, so he had to stay mid and push this out. I believe that was not a choice. I'm not sure if he had a TP or maybe was buying wards or dust to get that out there, but wasn't present in the fight there. Again, kind of an issue with defending these tier 1s that tends to always happen, right? Is that once you have lost your advantage, TPing in here is a bad idea because it's just so easy to pincer on either team, right? You have here and here, and your only direction is to go back here, which is a death trap. Same on this side, right? If you lose 2 heroes and you start to TP in, you know, and they have 4 there, you're going to be dead. It really is at that point you just give it up or you just farm while you lose that tier 1. It's just sometimes very hard to TP in and win those fights.
For sure, and that cuts down their lead from 4K down to just 1K in terms of Frostbite. So the game inching closer for the Slark here. Picked up the Shadow Blade and moving towards the Silver Edge to deal with that Bristle. Really, their only problem right now is Bristleback. So.
Blink daggers on both the Tidehunter and the Sand King. Very big deal. One team coming mid. Oh, Force staffed in. Potential death here for Host Arena.
I don't know, man. That Medusa had Dragonlance, or what do you call it, Hurricane Pike up the whole time. Could have just forced away the Ogre, but decided to let him die, man.
Sometimes you're just not thinking, or sometimes you're just... maybe she was mad he didn't TP earlier.
Maybe she was like, you didn't stack for me enough, so... But that's definitely a big pickup for Frostbite here. That Razor pumping out most of the damage.
I don't know if they're able to defend here. I also don't know if they're able to push here. It looks like Frostbite's a little scared.
Dire's bottom tower
back up
is
here.
under attack.
Yeah, I mean, this Slark has to be careful though. He just walked into the wave, so they have vision of him. He's taking a lot of damage here. Doesn't have his ult for another 5 seconds. Great Ravage comes in onto 3, followed by the Epicenter, doing a lot of damage, but Medusa mana shield up, and the Monkey King finishes off the Slark and the Jakiro. MG kind of in a predicament here. Great stun on 2, but will Medusa finish him off?
Unfortunate there. Sark walked into that, looking to chase, and they, with the creep vision, they knew it was happening. They were able to turn it around. Very.
The timing was just all off for Sark, man. He walked in right when the wave came, and his ultimate wasn't on, wasn't available. So.
Yeah, and Rubik landing, or I'm not sure if intentional, but timed a lift that coincided right as the Slark used his leap, basically removing any benefit of that skill and keeping him in place and ensuring the kill. Well played. Host Arena, typical carry, typical core, same with new boards. What does the vision look like for
yeah, I mean, they really, he's not wrong. They need wards. But Frostbite, they have great vision. I mean, look at this. They have 2 wards up here at the tier 1 tower because they don't really want to let that go for some reason. But they also have great vision in terms of the Ancients here. To watch out, make sure, you know, Tidehunter's not catching up. Because for some reason, they really hate this Tidehunter, and they don't want him to get anything.
I guess they were banking wards to have 4 out at this point in the game with this much time left. I mean,
Dire's middle tower
maybe
is under attack.
well
I don't know.
time.
It's not like they have any vision here of 4-man smoke coming out from Frostbite. They don't have any vision of this.
A moment ago, there was 4 wards on the support. Sinking just put 1 here, but Jakiro's walking around with 2, and the Sinking was walking around with 2. Not a good idea. Those don't do anything in your inventory.
Here we go, though. MG might be caught out. Boundless Strike comes out from Shogun. 3-man stun coming out from MG, but will they pick him up? They will. Razor stealing some damage, but the link gets broken. That's back out.
This side of the jungle, but they will. Do they have vision of this? They might just chase him down here.
This ward right here, I don't understand it.
Invisibility.
You know, you got like both your towers up here in the top lane. It's really just.
Yeah,
it
not vision over here. I mean, at this point, I feel like you have to know, right, that your jungles are essentially warded. Would be a good idea to go on a dewarding mission. Bring the Slark with you. Find out where those are.
Not just the Slark, bro. Bring everyone.
Yeah, bring everyone.
This needs to be a team effort.
You're SOL if you get caught out, yeah? Bristleback with an Invis rune, waiting. Host Arena, feeling that out could game sense. They will try and smoke. Bristleback will break that smoke. How unfortunate that
this is gonna be bad.
Confused, potentially.
Just they're all huddling around this ward, man. Here comes the Epicenter coming out from MG though. Right onto the Monkey King. Ravage
good.
comes out, but Medusa gets her ult off before everything comes out. Slark taking a lot of damage here. Stolen Ravage coming out in terms of Frostbite, and they're doing mass amounts of damage with this Medusa. Slark not gonna go down. Osterino still has a lot of damage stolen. They do have to play carefully around him, but here comes Bree Ninja. Anchor Smash finishes him off. Ogre gonna TP out here. Is there a stun? There is. Coming out from Magic Trick. So he will just die.
I know you are, but what am I?
And for a second there, that looked like it was going in favor of Frostbite. Not gonna lie.
I mean, a stolen a Stolen Ultimate, a Medusa ult. I don't know what the heroes, the cores for Radiant, just able to sneak out just barely. The Slurk popped his wand at the last second, able to live there, go back, regen with his ultimate, and then just dissolve the enemy team as they return to the fight. Really did not think that was going to happen. Did not think that was going to happen. Well played.
This is just kind of a wake-up call for Frostbite, though, that BKB is an item,
Yeah.
and it should be picked up soon. So that's what I'm getting out of that fight.
No, for sure.
Can't really just rely on the pipe coming up from Bristle, although it was helpful in the early game. You need to scale.
Dire's middle tower
So looks
is
like
under
Post
attack.
Arena gonna do some damage to the catapult here on the tier 1 tower. Yeah, one thing to mention is that was the first tower the Radiant has taken all game up here in the top lane.
Wow. I mean,
They really don't have any push though. They Razor doesn't pick up an Ags. There's
Dire's
just no
middle
push.
tower has been denied.
The Slurk really should be noticing that his ult is down and dewarding here. It would be very beneficial to do that and clear out these wards.
Invisibility!
Additionally, I think maybe farming.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you gotta know that something's up here. When you're walking through your entire safe lane jungle and you're just not getting your buff.
Additionally, I mean, it would also be very beneficial for him to farm more of an aggressive location. The wave up here was very high. He could have farmed here, and they could have maybe pushed together. This right here is while it is going to get him some gold and some experience, it would maybe be more beneficial, and maybe they could capitalize on pickoffs here and there if he was farming with a teammate nearby or at a more aggressive location. Again, still wards out on the 2 wards on the Jakiro. Sand King has placed his wards. This one is much better, a little more aggressive, but 2 being here, not certain about that. 4 top for the side of Frost, pushing this tower. Gonna try this again. Titled
Structures are fortified.
up. Looks like all of the ults are up for the side of Radiant. They're gonna back here. They feel the pressure.
They
There's
just
no
got a little deja vu right there.
Yeah. What, didn't we just do this earlier?
Yeah. Slark getting a little aggressive there. He's lucky they didn't have any sentries, man.
Yeah, that would have been a very happy Dire team to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Frostbite's good to go now that they have a Scotty Medusa, just a little more tank. But look at it, she's moving towards that BKB. She knows as well that they might want to wait for that before they start to push again. And Monkey King, he is finishing up his SNY right now.
Very good eye on the hero. Provides a lot of quality stats, and his ultimate will apply the Sage, which is only makes him stay in there longer.
Dire are scanning.
Very strong item, I think.
So in terms of the Slark's item build, he has queued up a Scotty Basher. What do you think of this build? Do you think he needs to go a little more defensive, or this aggressive, greedy route will pay off for him?
I'm not. I tried to play Slurk at one point in my my 1K days, but I do think that your goal is to build up stacks, and if you're so such a lightweight that you get killed easy, I think maybe he should look to maybe build more defensively. Although Scotty will provide good stats, so I'm not sure. What is your
Top
opinion?
lane? That thought looks like Medusa will pop. Host Arena kind of in a pickle here. No shrine available. Actually gets stone gazed by the Medusa. He will go down, and here comes an epicenter coming out from MG. Just gets one with the stun. Balance Strike comes out. Here comes the Ravage though, but where's the damage? Everyone is dead. Sark trying to do as much as he can, but honestly, he's just not doing enough. 4 down.
Very focused on. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was just gonna say 4 down.
Yeah, I mean, the Slurk was very focused on breaking the bristleback, but the bristleback popped his blade
blade mail.
mail, and it just was not a happy thing. I appreciate what the Slurk's trying to do, but really should have gone maybe for the Monkey King there, or not engaged inside of this ult area here. I mean, the Razor was already dead. I don't necessarily know if they should have gone in there.
All right, let me point out some of the problems that fight. Host went a little greedy. He got forced up in by his teammate, so I don't know, man. Going into uphill up here, we have no vision. Actually, they did have vision, so I'm just not sure why he did that. You know, they envisioned the whole team right here, so here's number one. And Sark, you know, when you just get your Shadow Blade and you're this far behind, you just need to not focus any cores. You need to go and hit the back line. Hit the Rubik will probably be the best bet. Organ Magi is really not that tanky right now. But yeah, and I also don't know about going back in there with Epicenter Ravage. You know, once your Razor dies, that's really most of your fight right now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I was when the Razor died, I was like, I guess that's not terrible. They used 2 ultimates there to kill that hero, and now they're gonna be not be able to push, and then they engaged in a fight that probably shouldn't have happened.
And you know what this allows? This allows Monkey King to finish up his BKB, and Medusa is not too far behind. So once those come out, I really feel bad for JTD because it's gonna be a murder.
Yeah, it's gonna be not much to do once that happens. I feel like just 10 seconds.
I mean,
that first 10-second BKB is gonna be very, very hard.
You just call it, man. You just call it. Free can chase down here by Bristle. Gonna spare him this once. Bristle going for a really utility build. You know, now he's picked up the mechanism after the blade mail, and he also went for arcane boots. So he's, I don't really know how to describe this. He's kind of just the medic.
Looks like mid is being pushed in as well as bottom, and if I'm not mistaken, this lane will also push for the Dire here, which will then threaten this, and so all the lanes are being pushed in.
Yeah, I mean, Dusa using her illusions with Scotty to just terrorize mid lane. But it looks like Jakir gonna get gone on here, and with 4 hits from Medusa, he is dead.
Looking for the D ward there. Admirable, but not go well.
But looks like Dire gonna move towards mid lane. Roach is available, so if they want to play it safe, they will go for that. Looks like that is exactly what they'll do.
Rubik has a Blink Dagger. We've got Glimmer Cape on the Ogre Magi. Lots of their supports are in very good positions. MG's up here pushing the lane in. Smart. You know, if you can't get kills and you don't know where the enemy team is, it's always going to make space. This will threaten this tier 2 here. Maybe potentially get them some team gold. Slark is farming up while they take this. I think they know that they're in there, right?
Yeah, and they do have their ultimates available, but it looks like they're not gonna make it in time.
Wards up from both sides. I think MG will look to push this out too.
This is really scary, man. 10-second BKBs on both cores with Aegis. Yeah, I would not want to be in JTT's shoes right now. I think the only play right now is to either turtle up real hard, just let them take all their outer towers, let mid go, or is to make an aggressive play and catch someone who's out of position, not with a team. But that is definitely really hard to pull off since look at Frostbite's movements. They've been moving as a team this whole game.
Yeah, it's true. The Monkey King's still farming, trying to stay on top of the net worth chart. They were pinging out these wards earlier. Looks like they got them some good quality D wards. The Flark opted to buy both ultimate orbs instead of safer buyback. Will pay off if they're able to use the stat advantage, but will be very detrimental if it gets picked off or killed here with no buyback. We're going for a Aghanims, Ogre Magi, banking some gold, Butterfly queued up for the Medusa, our Monkey King, farming away. Hero still has 2 wards on him.
Smoke coming out from Frostbite, just a 4-man smoke. Monkey King is pretty far away, man, but doesn't look like they're gonna catch anyone in the mid lane. But Razor does pop respect smoke, and just as we say, that plasma field comes out, catches the Bristle. He is so far away from his team, it's not even funny right now. So it looks like 100 damage will be taken in terms of host arena. They are fighting around the shrine here. Here comes a big Ravage, connects onto 3. Medusa doesn't get her ult on, doesn't get her BKB off. Here we go, pops her ult, pops her BKB, and Slark trying to kill people in the backline, but just really not getting anything done. Here goes MG, taking a lot of damage from Medusa, does go down. Slark pops his ult, walks away, host arena taking a lot of damage here. Doesn't have 4 staff for another 2 seconds. Will he get away? He does pop the 4 staff. Shogun, no boundless strike available. And Tide will blink away, TP away. And it looks like all they'll lose will MG is MG.
And they managed to get 2 kills, one on the Bristleback and one on the Rubik. 1 core and support for 1 core or 1 support. Somehow still working out
I mean,
the rating in favor.
somehow they just only lost MG. Like, I just don't understand.
Yeah, this is one of those things about Medusa that is always hard, right? Is the hero is slow, and which is why you build the Scatty, right? To keep him in place. And the Slark is very slippery. I hate to use, he popped ult there, was able to get out of the fight when he was low. Lots of stuns. Razor is unbelievably fast.
Ooh, that's really bad. The link just got canceled immediately. So not available for 20 seconds. And this is a double catapult wave coming down mid here.
Slark
No Ravage available. I mean, this is definitely the play, so just go aggressive. Slark doesn't have a TP for 35 seconds. I don't know if they know that.
As long as there's a TP in his backpack, if it looks like he's got TP, they'll think that.
I mean, he's committing for top lane, man.
The Shakira really should, I think, use Necropire here to prevent the wave from getting pushed in here.
Yeah, here we go. Force staff coming out on the Razor, but just walks away. Monkey King, oh, sorry. Pops just to secure this tower, but fortification comes out.
Dire's top tower is
And it looks like MG and Slark are going to be ratting. Try to deter the Dire's push here.
They just don't want to fight into a Medusa Aegis, it looks like.
I mean, I guess they'll be successful. TP coming in from Ogre Magi on the double catapult tower, but the tower will go down. Does he get to deny? He does. Gotta be careful here. Slark comes in, but the Rubik is here for backup. Just
Ult
pops ult and
TP,
he's out.
smart.
The play there would have been Rubik lifting up the catapult and dropping it right next to the Slark to cancel TP.
And you spanned what, 100 games of Rubik in a row?
Yeah, somewhere around there. But looks like MG will just get taken out by Shogun. You know, it's just one of those things.
Oop, Rod of Atos out on the Ogre Magi. Very farmed for position 5.
Yo, what's going on with this guy, man?
Sure. I think maybe the Rubik is taking over the role of position 5. Now that he has his Blink Dagger, buying wards.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
I mean, we got the titty wards now. These are that's what I call the titty wards.
Dire are
You know, got the 2 defensive cliffs warded up for the Radiant. Doesn't really give you that much vision in terms of jungle. Because they're really easy to de-ward.
Not sure why they're titty war. Oh, because okay, never mind.
Yeah, they're parallel.
Nice. This is what they make on the map.
Yeah, come on now.
Okay.
Yeah, just if you want to draw it, man, you can.
I just wanted to be clear.
There, yeah, I drew it for you, man.
I wasn't sure I need to correct any issues with your health class from, from that place you're from. No.
Oh yeah. It's wild over here. Anyways,
yeah, he finally completed. Looks like on the Slark. I shouldn't say finally. It got it pretty quick. We'll see if he saves for buyback. It looks like they're going to try and catch him here because they have a ward. He sees it happen, or he feels it with game presence. Not sure. And all 5 heroes are here.
He's Monkey, man. He's sweating right now. Probably going to leave TP, I'd assume.
That should help.
There we go. TP coming out.
Gotta give it to Radiant. They know what the game plan is for Dire. It's to stay together, and they're keeping these lanes pushed out and preventing them from essentially having a free lane, right? If the Dire had all the lanes pushed in, they could just square up on one while the creeps took the others. But with these lanes getting pushed out, there's always
Excellent.
room to take towers, get tower gold. Tower gold is always good no matter what point in the game you are. Looks like a Heaven's Halberd came out for the Razor. If you get it off before BKB, still works, cannot be dispelled. They changed that during the spin patch when he was flavor of the month with his ultimate change.
I'm looking at last hits, bro. I'll kick it the board. This Medusa, but anyways, hold that thought. Slark gonna get caught out here. They do a vision for him, so bing bang bow. Slark's dead for 80. Does he have buyback? Yeah, he does.
Dire's bottom tower is
So look to force the buyback. Tidehunter trying to push out bot lane. Has a TP, but will expend it.
No buybacks on the 2 cores for Dire. Good point to notice, but they are in a position where they don't necessarily need them because if they do lose a core, they're guarded by towers, and they'll just hit these racks here with the Slark down.
Yep, here we go. Big Ravage comes out.
Ult go off. Buyback on the Slark.
PKB bees come out, and they're just melting this host Dorito on the Razor here. He does get the force F away, but Medusa doesn't finish him off, actually. And looks like they'll focus their attention towards Slark, but he has his ultimate popped, and he's laying into this Bristleback. And Bristle really just not popping too many quills because he is broken due to the Silver Edge. And that's a double kill for off on the Slark. Happy trying to pump out damage, but he's really just tickling them at this point. Shogun trying to do as much as he can, but here comes that Heaven's Halberd you were talking about. They will take down Hostorino. He will get force F away again. So he will survive. Jakiro low as well. I mean, everyone's just walking away with a sliver of health. This is ridiculous. Tidehunter gets stunned up, gets a triple cast, and he walks away as well, man. What is going on?
There's no catch. I mean, Joker Magic has a stun, yes, but his blast radius or cast radius very small. Not opting for the cast range talents. Medusa, slow hero, or Monkey King's stun is on a 22-second cooldown. Just not a lot of catch. It just is, especially when you have a dead Rubik. Bristleback, again, a hero who's very strong or in the mid game, but offers really nothing once the game starts into that late game, right? I mean, you can only hit so many nasal goos, but you don't have a stun. Buy some knowledge here. Potentially to get level 20 for a talent. We'll see what happens there. Rubik still looking to build the Aghanim Scepter. See what happens there. What's the next item here? Looks like the Monkey King got an Assault Cuirass. Not sure if that was picked up before that last fight or not.
Yeah, it was.
Medusa.
I think, dude, they just need like some he needs a basher. If last fight didn't clarify for him, like, he will definitely pick it up next.
Monkey Kings are just very, timid to get that when they took it away from the ult, right? The ult no longer bashes, but I think I agree with you. Some form of bash on the hero or on some hero, I think would make a big difference.
Top lane looks like they're gonna go on Bristleback. He's broken, taking a lot of damage. Pops the blade mail late, so he will go down.
I'll take your truth.
And 40 minutes into the game, it looks like Slark's trying to take off here.
These stacks now lasting 2 full minutes. So if you're able to, kind of make the rounds and pick heroes off, you can end up walking in there with, a significant advantage in terms of net worth.
Hey, you don't want to let him hit level 25 because that just adds an additional 2 minutes towards Essence Shift duration. But it looks like we're gonna get aggressive here in the bot lane again. Heaven's Halberd expended, so is the Static Link. Doesn't pull too much damage away. To be honest, I'd be happy with that if I were Dire. Yeah. Roche is available, so they could look towards that.
You are too kind.
Medusa looking to build towards that late Lycan Sphere. 42 minutes. Finally queued it up. I don't know how much, how useful that's going to be against this AoE. Like, she's really not getting stunned up by, single target spells. It's mostly Ravage and Sand King and Jakiro.
I think the hope is maybe to have it for Link or maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the only thing besides Gush that I'd be worried about.
Maybe
I definitely like to see like a Daedalus or some damage picked up because she tickles them in fights. She really doesn't do anything. So Radiant Ward scans Medusa Ogre. I mean, Ogre's just kind of following behind Medusa. He's not really bloodlusting here. I don't understand.
Yeah, not really.
You just need to keep bloodlusting at all times.
You are, at this point in the game, you are a bloodlust fountain. You do nothing else but
you might as well just turn it on like autocast.
If only.
Looks like they're gonna move into the pit, and Dire does have great vision of the side lanes in terms of rotations into the pit. So I would expect them to realize if JTT does move in.
It's like Daedalus queued up for Monkey King.
Yeah.
Tanking, pushing out these waves. Looks like he's got a Shiva's Guard queued.
Looks like they're not going to contest this. This is a really slow Roche, man. Get someone else in the pit. This Dusa is struggling.
Not really sure what the...
Where's Monkey, bro?
So I feel like would be the right choice.
Dude, he's the tree. What the fuck?
Dire's bottom tower is under
We'll keep for them. Regen spawns right out of the pit. This is a cheese and Aegis.
Forever. All right, we got it. Okay, so Slark has got a Monkey King bar now, I guess, to counteract the butterfly. Not sure. I thought it was gonna be a Basher, but I think actually that's probably the better choice. Basher queued up next. Sand King causing a lot of havoc here, getting the tower, making space, right? Getting things done, smart moves. It's hard to do that and risky, but this hero can push out waves like nobody's business with Caustic Finale for sure.
So it looks like they're going to move towards the top lane instead of bot this time. They really didn't get any chip damage last fight. A Bloodlust comes out onto all the cores. So they're just going to sit Medusa here at the front. She does have Aegis and BKB, so this is the right move.
I'd like to see an aggressive force staff play, right? Like the Medusa is got a very slow turn rate, I believe, and like right now you've ice pathed her, force her up, just use it.
Yep, and here we go. Just as you said, Briggy comes in, 3-man Ravage. That's on the Medusa, gets all her ultimates off. Stolen Ravage comes out from Fading Star on the Rubik, and this is a disaster for the Radiant. And this Slark down for 100 seconds, no buyback. And Razor, does he have buyback? He does not as well. This might just be megas for the Dire. Dude, what a play coming out from Fading Star, man. Just been patient all game, hasn't really done anything too major, and just like that, picks up the Blink Dagger, gets a Stolen Ravage, turns the tide of the game.
Nice, just the word tide there, but 100% agree, that was huge. Really made an impact
that might just
there.
be play of the game right there for sure.
This is, I mean, it led to the win. Jakiro saving buyback, in case they do turn this around, I guess, not really sure.
Yeah, I mean, a little reluctant to call game here. He might be a little frustrated with themselves if they let that happen. But game one will look to be headed towards Frostbite in this best of 2 series. Game 2 will be resumed momentarily, so please stick around, and thanks for co-casting with me, 006.
Always, glad to do it.
Yep, stick around, boys.